I remember my friend ended up actually bringing a girl over back to my place. And when this girl ended up entering my apartment, I was in major shock because I thought it was just gonna be me and my friend. But now realizing that he was only using me to pull girls was really, really weird. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to another insane but embarrassing story. Today's story all takes place 3 years ago when I actually first blew up on the internet. If you guys don't know, in 2021, I want to say around July was when my TikTok page that you guys probably all came from ended up raising in numbers. I remember that month specifically, we got over 200 million views. Now, knowing this, I was always super thankful and amazed about it happening, but I gotta say, my life started to change really quickly. Because I remember one thing that I started to realize was that my social media pages that I would use for my personal stuff ended up gaining more followers. And some of the people that would end up following me was obviously some people that enjoyed the content, but also people that I remembered back in high school that would never used to follow me back then. I always found this super weird, but obviously I didn't mind it. Maybe they just wanted to now keep up to date with me since I've been doing new things. And doing new things, which sounds weird, but going on. I remember though, as one day when I was going through my IG followers, I ended up seeing one person that ended up following me and actually messaging me. And this person was a very important person back when I was in high school because he was known to be the rich and really popular kid. Like, I'm talking about rich to the point where his dad would actually give him a sports car as his first car that he would pull up to high school with. I remember this guy was super well known throughout my entire high school, and a lot of people thought he had big things and big plans for himself. But since now we weren't in high school anymore, I remember I ended up answering his message of him saying, "Yo, Bubba, how you doing, bro? It's been a long time. Hope you're doing well, man. We should definitely hang out soon." And when I read that message, I was pretty happy, but at the same time curious because he knew my actual name, which is Arash, if you guys don't know already. So the fact that he was calling me Bubba was already weird enough. But I remember I decided to look past it, and I ended up basically messaging him back saying, "Yeah, sure, we should definitely hang out sometime." And I wish at that moment I knew that this was a big mistake because I remember he ended up answering his DMs right away, right as I messaged him saying, "Yo, bro, wait, you messaged me back, bro. Like, how you been? Yo, actually, do you want to hang out tonight?" And instantly wanted to see me. I didn't mind it though because, well, back then, I'm not gonna lie, being a YouTuber, you don't really have like a full-on schedule. You kind of just make videos when you can. So knowing that you wanted to see me though, I ended up basically saying sure. And I remember I got inside my car that I got, and I ended up driving over to where he wanted me to go that night. That night, for some reason, he ended up inviting me over to the bar that he was apparently really well known in. And the only reason he was well known at this bar that we went to was because, well, it was like the go-to bar that people would go to after high school. And I remember when I ended up walking in there, I ended up seeing a lot of people that I recognized, but obviously a lot of people kept to themselves. But when I finally saw my friend that was there that invited me out in the first place, I remember he ran up to me saying, "Yo, Bubba, it's good to see you, man. How you doing?" "I'm good. How are you, man?" is what I told him back. And he ended up just telling me about how, you know, he started working at his dad's company that was super rich and all that stuff. And he even told me how he got a new sports car, which was like, I think like a Porsche. I don't really know, to be honest. I'm not that much of a car enthusiast, but he basically had a really expensive car that I could never dream of buying. But anyways, I remember me and him, we ended up walking around the bar together, and one thing led to another. He kept introducing me to a bunch of people that I already knew who they were, but they had no idea who I was. And the way he would introduce me to these people was always the same, where he would say, "Oh, yo, you guys don't know my buddy. Yo, this is my buddy Bubba. He's like a famous YouTuber." And right away, I remember these people just look at me and think that I was some egotistical weird guy. To be honest, back then when I first blew up, I didn't have like that much of a major ego. Yes, I would talk about me growing on social media, but I would still be appreciative of everything I've gained. I always tried to stay humble about it, and still to this day I do. But I remember when he would introduce me as this super famous social media guy, I kind of got embarrassed because, to be honest, like, it's weird for me because I already knew the people he was introducing me to, but they didn't know me, and now being reintroduced to them as some social media person wasn't really, in my opinion, a good idea. But I didn't say anything about it since this guy was already so well known throughout my high school years and still to this day, so I kept to myself. But I wish I didn't, because this is the part where the story gets really weird. Because I remember as we kept meeting more people, one thing I would always see him do is basically go up to talk to a girl at the bar, but then afterwards call me over as if I was his dog and would tell the girls, "Yo, ladies, if you guys don't know, this is my buddy Bubba. He's actually famous, bro." And the girl would always respond the same way, being like, "Oh, wait, are you really that famous? No way." And it would be so awkward for me because, I don't know, me personally, I don't feel like I'm famous. In no way do I feel like I am like, you know, a celebrity, but technically on paper, I count as a celebrity. I don't really know the rules, to be honest. But honestly, like, when it came to that day, though, being introduced as a celebrity felt really weird. But I remember I just kept going along with it, and these girls would only hang out with me and my buddy just because I was considered a celebrity. I still remember that day, and I feel really grossed out about it. I'm not gonna lie. But the story gets a lot worse, because knowing that these girls wanted to hang out with me and my friend just because I was a celebrity made him a lot worse. Because I remember after that day at the bar, we ended up going back to my place, and that's when he started talking to me about all the things we can do, all the fun stuff we can have, and all the money we could spend together. And me, I wasn't on board with it. To be honest, I just wanted to stay home and make videos. I'm not gonna lie. But for him, he wanted me to go out and express my success, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good to have a break once in a while, but only for the right reasons, not to go out and get girls, which sounds crazy for me saying that since I'm known for the devil's tango. But still, it can get tiring. Anyways, from there, I remember a couple days went by and I tried to, like, you know, not talk to him as much because, like I said earlier, I wasn't a fan of the way he was introducing me to people. But there's one specific day where I remember he ended up calling me. And I remember, well, since he called me, I picked up the phone and I answered saying, yo, like, what's going on, dude? Yo, Bubba, bro, are you at home right now? Yeah, why? Bro, come downstairs real quick. I got someone I want you to meet. Wait, what? Yeah, trust me, bro. You're gonna love it. Love it? At that moment, I thought he maybe got me a gift or something, so I ended up going downstairs. And when I got down there, the first thing I saw was him in his Porsche with a girl next to him. At that moment, I was worried of what was gonna happen, but then they both ended up getting out of the car, and that's when my buddy said the same thing he ended up saying at the bar. Yo, so if you guys don't know, this is my buddy Bubba. He's famous, bro. He's like, has like over like 1 million followers. And the same girl would say the same response. Oh, really? Wow, that's so cool. Do you have like one of those like YouTube like awards? And if you guys don't know what a YouTube award is, basically after you reach like over 100,000 subscribers on a YouTube channel, you get this special play button that's kind of like a trophy for your award. Me, I had 2 of them at the time since you guys helped me grow both channels, Bubba and BabaStreams. So basically, I ended up saying, yeah, I do have, you know, 2 of them. Oh my goodness, really? Can I see them? And before I was able to respond, I remember my friend ended up saying, oh yeah, 100%. Bubba, we're gonna come up to your place. At that moment, I was really weirded out because, to be honest, I was gonna say something along the lines of, I'm too busy to let you guys come inside my place. But I mean, since my friend already answered yes, I was gonna feel bad. So I remember I ended up letting them both up to my apartment that I had at the time. And basically, they ended up walking inside my place and just looking around at my gaming setup, at my YouTube awards. And even the girl went inside my bedroom. I don't know why she went inside my bedroom, but I definitely felt weird about that. And then after a while, we ended up sitting on the couch and this girl kept asking me the same questions over and over again. And I think the #1 question that every YouTuber gets asked is, oh, so like how much money do you make? And I'm gonna say this right now, asking that question to any YouTuber is one of the grossest things you could do. Like, it's already normal not to ask how much a person makes, so for this girl to ask me how much I was making already felt pretty grossed out. To be honest, this girl just gave me the major ick. But I always give the same answer when someone asks me how much do I make, and I always end up saying, oh, I make enough, I guess, is what I would say. And well, one thing led to another. My friend ends up interrupting the conversation saying, oh, Bubba, bro, he makes a lot of money, bro. Like, look at him, bro. You know how much is one of those awards, bro? Like, he's rich, bro. He always saw me as, I guess, some sort of rich guy, to be honest. And to be honest, at that moment, I just felt like my friend was at this point only using me to pull girls. So what I decided to do at that moment was a way to get them out of my place. And I ended up saying, oh, yo, bro, actually, funny enough, I have a meeting soon. So, want me to catch you guys later? Oh, wait, can we see the meeting? Is what this girl asked. And I ended up saying no. I had to say no because, to be honest, I just wanted them out of my place. And it got to the point where I was just really upset. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And then I remember as I was walking them out the door, my friend ends up turning around as this girl was getting inside his car. And he ended up looking at me saying, yo, Bubba, bro, thank you for helping me pull this girl, bro. I'm probably gonna bring another one in like an hour or 2. So just like, make sure you answer your phone. And the moment he said that, man, was I pissed. No joke. I was so mad to the point where I literally ended up saying, yeah, sure. And when he got inside his car and drove away, I remember I ended up going on my phone and blocking him. I blocked him on all social medias because there was no way that this guy was gonna only use me just to pull girls. Don't get me wrong. It's good to have friends, but don't let friends use you in the worst way possible. Always be careful who you're friends with because they might not always end up seeing the real you. But if you guys feel like you guys have real friends, then follow for more embarrassing stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.